Hey, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. As this sounds right here. Hope everybody's having a good day, man. Y'all know what time it is. Let me get ready to bring myself up in this joint, and we're going to get this thing kicked off, y'all. Let me go ahead and warn y'all, when I come in here with 2 B's on for boulders, y'all know it's about to get real up in this thing. As you can see, we're going to be talking about how much each niche, whatever you want to call it, I'm from the country, on YouTube pays. And I did my homework, and I want to welcome you to your YouTube journey. Whether you're seasoned or new, boy, you about to learn something tonight. We got 18 real homies in the crib. Some of them real, some of them ain't real. But without any further ado, what it is, baby. As you can see, 2 of these B's popping off tonight. We gonna be dropping boulders. I ain't got time for no gems, no nuggets, no pebbles, none of that. And I'm telling you, if you're a content creator, if you know a content creator, y'all gonna learn something today. I ain't trying to be no comedian. I'm just gonna show you some facts. Now, I need everybody, before we get this popping off, I need everybody. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'm not gonna even tell you to subscribe right now. You may want to before you depart the building. That's all I'm going to say. If you're a content creator and you have a niche, I'm about to awaken your eyes tonight, because you're going to learn something, but it's going to be positive. It's not going to be nothing negative. It's going to be positive. I ain't got time for no negativity. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, but I got some information. And since I've been on this, since I've been gainfully unemployed, your boy has a lot more time on his hands to do the things that I used to couldn't do, like research, look at stuff. And now that YouTube is my full-time business with the Points Blank Network, I really wanted to dive in and see exactly what's going on and see if there's some things that I missed along the way. And I've been in this game since 2020. I started my channel in 2019, but I've really been rocking what I want to say full force since 2020. And in 2021, I was blessed to win a Channel of the Year award at the Media Eye Awards. But tonight is not about me. And I'm going to have to borrow. And I see Media Eye in the house. I'm going to have to borrow Media Eye's line tonight. This ain't about me. It's about everyone in here. And Media Eye has a slogan. It's not about us. It's about us. I don't care about no color lines. I don't care about no gender lines. There are people out there that are either making money, could be making more money, or not sure what you have going on YouTube. And I'm here on episode 4 of your YouTube journey with your boy Rod. Hit that like button. Share this thing out. If you got a community tab, man, I'm a one-man show, and I welcome all questions tonight. I'm not going to probably be dropping any links because it's going to be a lot of information. Anybody that here that has a rich, if you see anything in here out the ordinary, I'm telling you, this is how quick I'm moving tonight. I'm going to be shooting them down quick. If you see anything out of the ordinary in the comments, take care of it. I'll look at it later, because I am extremely serious about this. Let me holler at a few people before we get going here. I see we got Media Eye in the crib. What's going on, fam? Glad to have y'all here. All right, Lynn's Life's Lessons. Hey, it's been a while. Good to see you in the building. We got my co-host, just asking for a friend, Keisha, in the house. And he said Thursday, Thornday. It's crazy. Hey, boy, you just caught that, huh? Jerry, what's going on? What's going on? So the first thing I want to say, see, it's going to get body tonight. But hey, Anything y'all see in the comments, I'm gonna apologize on behalf of everybody. What's going on, Chill? We're included. Nichols in the house. Just had an amazing live. So the first thing I'm gonna let everybody know. Let me take this down because I started to wear. I went and bought me a highlighter shirt other day so everybody could see me. But the first thing that I want to talk to everybody about is everyone gets wrapped up on a niche. That's a mistake right there. You can have one channel and several niches. Don't worry, I got a whole PowerPoint. I'm gonna go through. I think I hit every major so-called niche out there. But you're gonna find out that your channel may be in more than one niche. I'll say Point Blank Experience is a variety channel, and I used to say Point Blank Travel was a travel and credit card channel, and then Investing with Rod, I often said, is a finance channel. Well, the reason I dug a little deeper is because mad wrong. I was mad wrong. I was extremely wrong because I found out, although I have a finance channel with Investing with Rod, I have a travel and credit card channel and Points and Miles channel with Points Blank Travel. I found out, and then we don't even get into Points Blank Experience right now, but I found out that, let's just say, Points Blank Travel. This one channel covers several niches. First and foremost, if I'm traveling, you're going to see it when I pull up these PowerPoint slides. And I did this. I took the time. I didn't want to just come up here and spit a bunch of words out. If you want to go back and you need to pause, I don't care about views. I don't care about no watch time. You're going to have the means to be able to do so. If you want to take a picture right now, if your niche pops up, you're going to be able to do so because I'm going to be sharing my screen and you'll be going right along on the journey. You're going to see, but you might be taking more than one picture. So getting back to PBT, Points Blank Travel, the flagship channel. And yes, we are on Points Blank Experience. I'm going to talk about that later. But that's it started out as a Points and Miles channel. So I'm talking about travel. That's one niche. Then I decided to talk about more finance with investing. That's still under the same niche, but you're going to see some credit card videos, and that's where everybody's making a mistake. They're thinking they get paid off their niche. It's per video. I'm going to give y'all a prime example. Even on this channel, right now, I'm doing education. That's one niche. I'm also going to be doing an interview coming up. Interview, that's another niche. And then I may come on here and crack some jokes. That's another niche. I just hit 3 niches with Points Blank Experience, and I ain't even thought about all the stuff I've done here. Investing with Rod. If I do an interview, that's one niche. If I talk about a stock video, now I got 2 niches. One channel, 2 niches. Just think of a double cheeseburger. I don't care how you look at it. Hopefully, everyone is following up. I'm going to jump in these comments. But right now, I want everybody to make sure I'm painting the picture. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with y'all is only ad revenue. There's more than one part when you're dealing with monetization with YouTube. You have your ads, which is plays, and everybody complain about it. That is almost the least amount of money you can make. Then you have memberships. You have super chats. You have super thanks. You have gifts. Then you can go outside of YouTube and maybe do other things like affiliate marketing or something like that, or have sponsorships. All that, you just have to make sure you're within the guidelines when you're doing that. And so many people, when they get monetized, they're not looking at the big picture. You know, just imagine you're in an art museum. If you ain't never been one, you're in art class in high school, wherever you got some paintings at, I don't care, Marshalls, Ross, wherever. Imagine a little bitty picture and then a big old picture. We is me. Y'all, the stuff I'm getting ready to share with y'all, there was no one out there showing nobody this. And if they were, I didn't know them. I didn't have no connection with them. All this stuff I had to learn on my own. And what I want to do tonight was give back to the people that not necessarily are here now, the people that came before me on YouTube. And now I want to give it back to the people that are here now, because I wish I had the knowledge that's being spread around these YouTube streets now. People are talking about the hate and the gatekeeping and all that. It's way more information dropping now than ever would. And we're going to jump in this PowerPoint. But before I do, notice I said, I'm going to show y'all something right now. Anything I show y'all tonight, it is to make people aware of what's out there. If you're considering yourself a content creator and you're trying to get monetized, I don't care if you're going to give it to a charity. I don't care if you're giving it to the homeless. I don't care if you're putting it in your own bank. You're making it for a reason. You're trying to get monetized for a reason. But before I get into that, let me share my screen. And what I'm getting ready to show y'all, I've never shared with anyone. And I had to really zone it down. It took me about 15 minutes. I'm going to show y'all my YouTube studio for Point Blank Travel. Now, keep in mind, when you see an ad, everything I'm going to show you, we're going to be talking about RPMs, revenue per milli. Milli is some Latin word for per 1,000. So for every 1,000 views, this is what you're going to make. If it says 8 cents per RPM, that's 8 cents for 1,000 views. Now, we create these channels and we create these videos and we can't wait to get monetized. But then if you're like I was and you're averaging 100 views per video, it's going to take me a while to get $100. And $100 is the minimum threshold to even get paid on YouTube. So what do you want to do? What I would do and what I did is you want to maybe look at a valuable membership. You want to be able, if you're talking about whatever, if you're talking about farming, gardening, telling jokes, whatever you're doing, you got to be the best at what you are. When that light comes on and this camera come on, your boy is on stage. I'm going to be me. I looked at some replays last night. Lord knows, I'm glad I'm not the old me, but I'm going to be me. But it's showtime. It's showtime. And I'm getting ready to show y'all why it's showtime. I'm going to take y'all back. Now, I don't know why I got out of doing this. I don't even know why. I really don't. After I looked at it today, I really, really don't. And I'm going to show y'all now. Somebody in the chat put right now, if you know, somebody put in the chat, when it comes to a super chat, how much of a percentage does the content creator get? I just want somebody to put it in the chat. If you don't, I'm going to give it about 10 seconds and then I'll put it in there. If don't nobody know, maybe 20. But all this stuff is based on percentages. So when you see this RPM, this is based on after YouTube takes their cut. There you go. Meet and I put it up right here. The content creator is going to get 70% of the revenue. So if I'm just say, I don't know, 70% of a dime, I'm getting 7 cents per dime. But RPM is already taking the 45% out. But right now we're talking about memberships and super chats. So when you get a super chat, and that's why I was like, hold up, man, I'm putting on a show. I should be making more than what I'm seeing in my revenue. So what I'm going to share with y'all right now, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to show you my back office. I'm going to show y'all one night. I'm going to take y'all back in time, but one night. And this is what I mean when I say the lights come on, you come on. If you ain't ready to come on, leave the lights off, the computer off, don't even go live. Don't even do a video. You're not only doing your viewers, your subscribers, your members a disservice, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because you're going to spend the rest of the night, if you like me, you're going to be thinking about it. You're going to be like, oh man, I wish I would have just not, I've said it before. I wish I would have done that live. I'm going to share this right now. Hopefully y'all can see this. Y'all see that number at the top, $988.47. That is one live stream, one night back in, I want to say it was 2022. Now, I ain't showing all of them because it'd have been too much to look at, but the reason I'm showing y'all this is the most I made in one night. Now, that number you're seeing up there is my cut. That ain't the overall cut. And I ain't going to even have people waste the time. That's $1,400 in one night, ladies and gentlemen, one night for probably a 2-hour live. I don't know, PBT back there, maybe a 3-hour live. And that is not showing you this to say, whoop, this is 2022. I haven't done this in 25. Or I don't even think I did it. I ain't never did it. So this is not saying, I'm not saying this is consistent. This is always happening. I'm just showing y'all the possibilities that are out there for content creators. Now, let's not waste any time. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. There it is. We get ready to get out of business, ladies and gentlemen. So niche RPMs. What is a RPM? It's revenue per milli, various niches. Per is the estimated revenue a creator earns per 1,000 views after YouTube's 45% revenue share is deducted. I showed that super chat first on purpose. because that's going to get more and more stuck in your mind as we go on with this live stream. You're going to see how important super chats and memberships and gifts and everything else, merch and anything else you want to do may become important depending on what YouTube means to you. So we're going to keep moving along. We're going to go to the second slide. Now, I ain't do this on purpose, y'all. I promise. I promise I did. What started this whole live stream, let me take this down, was I was wondering what the finance invested with Rod is getting ready to be fully monetized, maybe partially one of the monetizations. And I was like, how much money could I possibly make with just videos? If you see here, I'm not going to be reading all this. I'm going to be going through it. Y'all can read it on your own. But the average RPM in the finance niche is amongst the highest on the platform being YouTube, generally ranging from $10 to $25 per 1,000 views. Big thing here, a couple big things. That's $10 to $25 depending on how many ads are in there. Are the ads properly placed? But more importantly, the duration. It says views. Why do you think they have a low range and a high range? If people are jumping off your videos 30% into the video or 30% of the watch time, yeah, I'm reading it right now, Rick. He laughed. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read it real quick. Hey, Rich, I got to, man. Just to make sure some of the people get this. Everybody get it. So right here, you're looking at $10 to $25, but if you're getting say 50% or less of your videos watched, you're probably going to be somewhere say $12 to $10, $15, something like that. Now, for top performers, particularly in credit card reviews or specialized investing, it can go 30 to 45. That sounds like investing with Rod. And then when I jump over to Point Blank Travel, I'm hitting both of them right there. It's that simple. Now, I'm not going to read this here. In case you don't know, I will read it. But this will be the only time I read this. Long form content. When y'all see long form content, that's a video, 8 minutes plus, 8 minutes and 1 second, 2 seconds, 8 minutes. The key to that is you could put mid-roll ads that happen throughout the video in videos 8 minutes or longer. If that video is 7 minutes and 56 seconds, you're going to get a beginning ad, an ending ad, and what are the chances of someone getting to the end of your video or the end of my video? Probably slim to none. So you got those 1 or 2 ads at the front, and that's it. You want to try to make 8 minutes or longer videos. Now, the videos over 8 minutes, which allow mid-roll ads, typically generate the highest RPM, often falling between 12 and 25. Not too much different than 10 and 25. And I did get this from several sources, so I didn't just make this up and go around and ask a bunch of people. Credit card reviews, comparisons, 15 to 25 plus, average up to $45 peak per 1,000 views. Stock market and investing. Y'all see all this $12 to $20. I'm not going to, anybody in the finance niche, let me know, put in the comments, and I'll come back because I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to get to everyone that's in here and taking the time to come over here. I want to get to your niche or your niches. It may be multiple. So cruise ship and travel videos typically range between $4 and $15 plus, depending on the audience demographic. And I wanted to say it was US, there it is right there. US and UK audiences will get the highest video length and season. Hey, thanks a lot, Chillwood Crew. I see I am sharing this on my post. I appreciate this info, no problem. While general travel content might sit at a lower average of roughly $4 to $7, specialized long-form cruise content that is targeting US and UK. No, we ain't got there yet, Rich. We ain't at the sports or gaming niche. Not yet. It's coming up, though. It's over here. Hey, Rich, I thought about you, man, when I did that, when I thought, you're the only person I thought about, you and Leo and BDBGP. So moving right along here. Now, video length. The reason I have, now it was a whole lot of info. I kind of condensed this, but any long form video that's 20 plus minutes, cruise content, can see RPMs over $10, while shorter videos typically stay in the $3 to $5 range. There's a lot of people out there doing cruise videos right now. You're going to see in some of these niches, say like the dining and food reviews and alcohol reviews, if you're doing a premium service, all of this is based on advertisers, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube is not pulling this money out of their pockets. That's why we see the American Express, the Nissan, the Chase commercials in our videos. Is because what's up? Keep it up the Griffiths. Thank y'all for being here, fam. Appreciate y'all. All right. So that's why you see travel content booked during peak booking season. So I wouldn't stop doing videos just because it's a certain time of year, hurricane season or something like that. I would actually do my videos anyway. I would do my content regardless. But during the booking seasons, I personally would probably increase production. That's just me. That's how I operate. So let's move on. Let's see. So right now, from the looks of it, finance is holding the title. Let's get into the gardeners. I've dealt with the gardening community, and I kind of built some relationships there. So gardening videos generally fall in the moderate range, typically $2 to $6 per 1,000 views. All of this is dependent on the duration. It's not going to be 1,000 views. You're going to get $6. It could be 1,000 views. They're dropping off at the wrong times. The ads aren't getting to play. This here is a general broad picture in case you were thinking about this niche, but you're also thinking about this one. Who knows? You could have a channel that have both. So that's kind of really the big thing I wanted to put out there. So now, gardening may spike higher in spring or summer. Yeah, that's when you can grow stuff. In the wintertime, they may go down because people aren't out growing. They're not out harvesting. So I learned a couple words over there. They're in the crib and they're enjoying whatever they've already planted in the spring, summer. Now, I'm not going to read that. Going to read that. Now, monetization strategy. Kind of what I mentioned earlier with the sponsorships. Beyond ad revenue, which that's what we're strictly talking about right now. We're not talking about super chats, none of that, just ad revenue, your ads being played. Gardening channels frequently increase their revenue through affiliate marketing, like linking to tools, seeds, and supplies. They're out there everywhere. All you have to do is Google it. How can I make extra money as a gardener? Moving right along. Next, I thought I'd keep it together. I finally got some sense when I was putting this together. I just was all over the place at first. Farming and homesteading. You're looking at RPM or revenue per million or every 1,000 views, $2 to $8 per 1,000 views. This niche is considered part of lifestyle and education, offering moderate ad revenue compared to higher paying niches like finance. So, influencing factors, content that educates. Now, if your content is educating how to build, tractor maintenance, etc., it often performs better than purely daily vlogs from a revenue standpoint. Use this, ladies and gentlemen, as a blanket, a bigger picture, because there are other factors that are going to come into play. Engagement. You're going to start seeing the word engagement later. How many comments? How many likes? That's why you see, that's a lot of people are saying it now and they really don't know why they're saying, hey, hit the like button. It helps with engage. It helps the video. It helps get it pushed out. You'll hear me say pushed out, but if it's getting pushed out, that gives me a bigger chance for engagement. Meaning someone comments, someone like. Now, what I don't do, you don't hear me say a lot, put a 1 in the chat or 2 in the chat, because I don't know. I don't have any concrete information. But I really believe that YouTube and the algorithm is probably smart enough to know when it's a whole bunch of comments in a short period of time, and will they count that as engagement? So I don't really like, I like realistic stuff. I don't like playing and guessing and wondering. So keep that in mind. Moving on. So $2 to $8 for farming homestead. Interview talk shows, man. Once again, interview style videos generally fall into the mid to high range, $4 to $12+, depending heavily on the niche of the interview, business versus entertainment. I've done both. I've interviewed a person that was into some kind of personality, and I've interviewed business people, finance people, stock people, credit card people. Then I've interviewed, but do I sit around and try to figure out who I'm going to interview? And I'm not doing that. I just know that I have a broader opportunity to make revenue. I'm not going to sit over here and not interview this person because that type of interview, I mean, that would drive me nuts. So general entertainment interviews, $2 to $6. Business, finance, tech interviews. I've never done a tech interview, probably never will, $4 to $12. Long form interview podcasts, 20+ minutes, $10 to $12 plus. Well, I mean, I ain't the smartest dude on the block, but I do know how to read. And so this kind of telling me that this bottom one, if I'm doing who does a 20-minute interview, what you gonna ask them? How did they get to the location you're interviewing them from? Then the interview's over by the time you speak to everybody. But again, this is a baseline. It depends on how many people stay there. Now I'm doing vertical and I'm doing horizontal. I may have X amount of views on a vertical video and it get 2 hours of watch time because people hopping on and off, on and off, on and off. Hey, peace in my garden. How you doing? Thank you. No problem. You're very welcome. Reseller. If you're reselling, if you're out there and you're getting items and you're reselling them on a platform, I know some people that do this as well. Reselling, thrift hauls, and reseller education. The education. Now, if you're teaching resellers how to resell or new resellers how to resell, if you do a video on it, you make more money. They have a moderate to high RPM, often falling in the $3 to $8 range per 1,000 views. Niche education is $10 to $15 plus 1,000 views. Again, education. I'm not low end, casual. Now, if you're Rod, and this is what Rod would do, because I'm not too good to do all this other stuff. If I just say, hey, thrift with me, and I go to, say, the Goodwill or Salvation Army, and I got my camera out and I'm saying thrift with me, and I'm just walking around looking at stuff, purchasing a couple of things, those are considered low end, and they may fall under $3 per 1,000 views. But I mean, I guess education is the high. Thrift with me is a low, and if you're just doing reselling, it's somewhere in the middle. All right, let me see what's going on over here. All right, making sure I didn't miss anybody in the comments. Motivation, inspiration. This I saw this and I thought about the Nichols who do motivation and inspirational lives and videos. And I have a series on this channel, Motivational Boulders. Notice, I know I've said 2 or 3 niches on this one channel. So you may want to, one thing is, I think I really helped a lot of people out without even trying. So many people often wonder, what niche am I going to get in? And you're already probably in multiple niches. You just didn't know it. Hopefully this live stream will help you out. Motivational videos have an RPM ranging from $2 to $10 plus with a common average of $4 to $8 for successful channels. I didn't put that. That's where I just typed it like I saw it. Successful, I don't know if that's subscriber. I must say successful channels is going to be views and engagements, because you could have, how many people seen 10,000? I mean, somebody may have 10,000 subscribers and may have 12 people in their live. I mean, you never know. So I think it's going to be what you have, how many people are watching you, and what you have and who you're working with, who is actually going to be engaging. So, all right. Personal development and high engagement content see higher consistent rates. So if my motivational videos, which they typically are, say if I'm talking about personal development, don't get distracted. Try not to get distracted. I'm just making up something. That could be looked at as a personal development video and high engagement content. I told you I was going to start seeing that word, engagement. So not only do I have to be talking about personal development, but I need to find a way, a legitimate way to get the crowd. I haven't even said anything right now. Hey, chat, you know, I did at the beginning, but I'm not going to tailor my style off a PowerPoint or what the he's and the she's and the Rods and everybody else say. I recommend do what you're doing, continue to do what you're doing, but now have a broad idea of which direction you could be going in. No, I don't know too many people that work right now. Now, I ain't talking about YouTube. I'm talking about a regular 9 to 5 or whatever hours you work that don't understand their pay plan or know how much they're going to get paid. Same here. If you're doing something you're expecting to get paid, at least know how it works. That's all I'm going to say. So moving right along here, that's motivation, inspiration. Now let's talk about the cooking channels. I'm not talking about the people that's eating, the mukbangers. I got them on here too somewhere. The people that are cooking, we're watching them cook. They're making these fabulous dishes. Their videos have an RPM ranging from $2 to $10+ per 1,000 views. 3 to 5 is generally common for successful channels. Shorts, y'all, I wish I could highlight it, but I had to go to a whole nother screen. I don't want to blow this whole live up. So Shorts typically. Now, people out there that are in the shorts world, I do what you want to do, but I would also add some long form in there. This is just my opinion. Just so you don't become a total shorts channel unless you're getting buku views, because 1 cent to 7 cents per thousand views, I can attest to this. When they first introduced shorts and you got monetized for it, I got something, an email or something somewhere that said Points Blank Travel, which I just showed y'all made $1,400 in one night in super chats, was going to make 7 cents per 1,000 views, and I was out. That's why you don't see a lot of shorts. I'll do them, but then I have this tug of war with them myself, because everything is supposed to do for, and it's doing for everybody else, it doesn't work for me, so I had to take a different route. But you might want to know what your shorts are paying, but don't stop. Keep doing them, because shorts build future viewers for long form. They build subscribers. They like you, then they love you. Next thing you know, they watching everything. Live streams, long form videos, shorts, everything. So keep doing them. All right. Now, with cooking, revenue typically increases during the fourth quarter, the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, the other holidays that fall in there for other faiths. If there's some cooking involved and you're in the cooking niche, you may want to take out the camera, take out the phone when you're doing this, that, and that, whatever you're prepping. If you're cutting up some onions, if you're getting ready to make some dressing and don't know if you want stove top or the real thing, I mean, whatever you want to do, I will record it. That's just me, though. General cooking is lower. Lifestyle, kitchen equipment, focused content can yield higher ad rates. So if you have a lifestyle, certain kitchen equipment, why would the kitchen equipment give you higher rates? Because these advertisers may throw more ads at your channel if you're constantly, like some people, and I hear a lot of people say this, well, I'm not going to say that company because they're not paying me. You may not know that. I can't count how many videos I've watched on Points Blank Travel and saw American Express ads and Chase ads in my replays that I was watching. Even though I didn't have a direct partnership with them, I'm constantly talking about them. They're running their ads on my stuff, so they're indirectly paying me. Hopefully, I'm not going, hey, and right here, and this is, again, this is another opinion. This is Rod's opinion. Now we got Rich Black Man who has a very successful channel. Shorts pay me pennies. I struggle with wanting to keep doing them. And that's the same way I am. It's like, it's nothing wrong with them. But, and I know someone else, I'm going to let them say it. And they're in the chat right now. And I remember them saying it. They may not remember, but I remember them saying it. When I try to do a short, I just did a short on a pooper scooper because Tanya from Event Yours and I were talking about side hustles. I'm riding down the street. I see one. I put a little thing on there. It got 1,500 views. I didn't know what to do. I just did not know what to do. Because I think the most I've gotten is like 3,000 views. I don't get to 10, 20,000. I think the most I've gotten from one short is maybe 4 subscribers. I just don't get what everyone else gets. So that's just right. All right, moving right along here. Make sure I got all that. So with this lifestyle and kitchen equipment, don't be afraid to talk about your equipment. Even if you don't have a sponsorship with that company, you may be indirectly getting ads because of that company. It's something to keep in mind. Next is comedy, man. Now, I crack a lot of jokes in my lives, and I don't think they're going to count those. It's got to be like consecutive joke, like a comedy show. Oh, y'all got to, this here right here should say, I was rushing, man. This should say comedy videos. It says cooking. Just act like you don't see it. I'm doing comedy right now. I jinxed myself, knock on wood. But they pay between $1 and $5 per 1,000 views. Broad comedy often attracts lower paying ads compared to niche specialized comedy. So if you're doing broad comedy, they're going to pay lower, I guess, if you're talking about a particular topic. Maybe those advertisers are paying more. I didn't quite understand that when I'm man enough to admit it. Many creators experience a lower end average, but engaging content in popular niches can push this higher. So I would use some of this stuff they got out there that's available now and see what do they consider the popular niches if you're in comedy. I don't know too many people in comedy, so I'm not going to stay there. DIY, do it yourself. $3 and $10 per 1,000 views. But there's a lot of money to be made in gardening, DIY, and a lot of this stuff, man. A lot, especially when we get, y'all gonna be surprised when we get to the alcohol and the food reviews. Y'all gonna be surprised, man. I'm sure I know somebody I know. This couple probably already got it figured out, man. But so they generally range between $3 and $10 per 1,000 view. Videos over 10 minutes and specific DIY niche can pay higher. So if you're talking about, I don't know, people in the DIY community help me out. If you're talking about something in DIY, first of all, I don't know anything. I know I can't put it together in 10 minutes or less. So if it's a video talking about do it yourself and it's 4 minutes, well, what are they? I mean, what they putting together? A jigsaw puzzle or snap truck or something? I mean, so that's gonna almost be automatic. But if you find out which niches, I mean, record everything you're doing, but you'll know, hey, while now this is just how I would think. Now y'all do what you want to do, but depending on how much time you got, if I'm doing something that's considered a high-paying niche in DIY, I ain't gonna have 100 videos, but everything I do probably gonna have some kind of content attached to it because I'm gonna maximize that opportunity because the next 3 projects may not be considered the DIY niche that's paying all this money. So sub niches, high paying sub niches, home improvement, high end woodworking. They still do woodworking. They ain't know. I remember they had that in high school, but when I was in high school, that was a long time ago. Or electronic repairs. Now electronics, I understand. Woodworking, I didn't know they do anymore. In home improvement. I mean, now think of this. I ain't no home improvement dude, but if I was doing home improvement, my thing is I got to use some kind of tools, and whoever tools I'm using, they're probably going to be the people throwing ads at my video, even though I don't have a sponsorship with them. Not just when I'm looking at it, but typically the way it's supposed to work, if Johnny, Barbara, and Susan are looking at Rod's investment videos, then they're probably at one point or another interested in investing. Now, one out of those 3 may have just slipped up and not knew what I was talking about and saw Robin Hood and thought I was talking about the movie or the dude Peter Pan or whatever it was, but everybody else will probably know. All right, so moving on, man. Moving on. Gaming, Rich, where you at? You better be in here. You didn't put all these comments saying, nah. What's up? Our Key came in. Who else we missing? Game Master, what's going on? What's going on? Let me look at some of these comments. I needed somebody to get a confirmation sighting on Rich. But no, I'm not going to hold up the chat. Nichols in here. Appreciate everybody being here. Gaming and puzzle videos. Key, here you go. And not just is notice I got gaming, games, and puzzles because I know the Griffins, they do game night. Key has puzzles. I know some people that had a scratch outs. And then we have the gamers. Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich, man. Hey, y'all got to go check this dude out. His channel is funny. And it's like, it's almost like when I listen to his content, and if I wasn't looking at anything, it's like me listening to myself. He talks smack and he have fun and it's a good time. So let me get a little water here. If y'all have any questions, put them in here, man. I ain't trying to, this took about 3 days and it would have been shorter, but some of the stuff I had to make sure I understood because it could be confusing. One thing I'll say, and I messed this up, I think at my peak on PBT, I had like 117 members. And I think my cheapest was $2.99, $1.99. And I had a pretty good plan. But if once I didn't give them I'll go back to that game master. I went over there. I'll go back. Let me just get through all of these here, and then I'll go back to anybody that may have missed. It's pretty quick to go back. But if you're gonna have a membership, make sure you're offering something to your viewers, and don't have some astronomical price, but you're giving a miniature service. Don't have a price way up here, but your service is way down here. It doesn't make sense. All right, so Now, general range between $1 and $6 for gaming and puzzles, though can fluctuate between $1 and $20 depending on engagement. Now, if y'all ain't been out with Key Channel, it'd be a lot of people in there typing. Man, I ain't going. Y'all just got to go over there. I ain't going to even get into it because she's clicking on all cylinders. Just go over there. It's fun. I try to go over there every time I catch it live. I've even gotten upset a couple times because the live was over and I couldn't play the game. But you best believe I was ready the next day. So for long form, 18-plus-year-old targeted content. Now, I like this because I wasn't thinking about this when I was going to talk about it. Games mostly used to be typically for children. Now, some nights when I decompress and wind down, I play a little Madden. Don't nobody try to challenge me because you're going to beat me. Rich, I ain't going to never play you. So when you have games, you have to look at the 18-plus crowd and the sub-18 crowd. So 18-year-old plus can reach $8 to $12 per 1,000 views. Keep in mind, again, I'm going to say this for anyone that just came in. Don't think it's just because you get 1,000 views, you're going to get between $8 and $12. That's the reason that there's a range. It's going to be duration, how long people stay on your video, how many ads are played. YouTube recently changed it where you can do automatic ads. And then every time I try to put manual ads in there, they don't like where I'm putting them. But for the longest, I control my ads and I knew exactly where I wanted my ads and how many I wanted. And I was interesting. That's all I'll say. I was interested in how I did my ads. So shorts have very low RPM, often just a few cents per $1,000 for games, per 1,000 videos over 10 minutes. And that's something totally different. So there you go, man. $8 to $12, $8 to $12. Food and alcohol reviews. Now, food review, I couldn't quite. I mean, I guess that one there you're going to research, man. Food reviews, but that's food if you have it at home. I would think that would fall under cooking, but this type of food is talking about restaurants when you're out eating. Food and alcohol reviews have a moderate RPM ranging from $2 and $8 per 1,000 views. It benefits more from higher advertised interest. Now, when you have high-end alcohol, your more expensive alcohol or your luxury dining experiences, you're going to attract CPM. And CPM, now let me break this down for anyone that doesn't understand CPM and RPM. CPM is cost per milli. RPM is revenue per milli. CPM is what advertisers pay. Think of that as the 100%. What we get is the RPM. Now with ads, I don't know if anyone doesn't know this, but if you don't, you're going to learn right now. When it comes to ads on YouTube, once you're monetized, 55% goes to the creator, 45% goes to the YouTube. And I've heard people have mixed feelings about this. I never really personally tripped because I basically have a platform where I can spread information out to countless people. And if without them, could I have this? Possibly, but I get the backing of the number 2 search engine in the world, which is YouTube. So is it worth 45 cents? It's just like a lot of people go to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven don't own the buildings, or they go to see some of the Amazon warehouses. Amazon may not own those buildings. And then I check out Investment Rod and I'll tell you who own them, and you might want to invest in them. But you're typically going to pay the rent. And right now I look at it as me renting a platform to put out my product or my content. So that's how I look at it. The Nichols, I heard that and I got weak. Oh man, great question, Rich Black Man. I've tried both. And I'm gonna give y'all my honest answer on Rich Black Man's question. Do I recommend turning up the ad frequency for lives or just keeping it on medium? For me, I only have one channel to really worry about that. But pretty much two. But if once we spread the whole network out the way I want it, it's really going to depend on Probably which channel. But in Rich's case, he has one channel. Let's say I have one. I wouldn't do low. I'm not going to shortchange myself. I started out on medium ad frequency, and I talked to individual. They told me they had theirs on high. I watched their content. I didn't really see a difference as a viewer. But Rich, here's where the answer is going to really come in at. So I put mine on high. I think I would base it, if I was you just seeing your audience, I would have it on high. That's just me. I think if you have high ads, people better like you or they're going to leave. If people are starting to like you or just getting to know you, I wouldn't have no 1,000,001 ads in my live stream or my videos because there's too many opportunities to click off you. Man, we're trying to see what you're about, Rob. We don't even know you, dude. You got about 78 ads in a 10-minute video. I mean, it's impossible. But let's just say I do an hour live and I just maximize all the ads. But once your people like you and your people know you and they support you, support doesn't mean they're going to be in every live and every video. No. But if they come back continuously when they can and they're laughing and they're engaged in the comments, man, I don't know how many times. Me and I can tell you, Keep Up with the Griffiths can tell you going way back. How many times? Hey, I'll be the butt of all the jokes in the world, baby. Because that let my people know I have thick skin. I can have fun with them. They can have fun with me. I'm a real dude. I'm not stuck up. My head's not up in the clouds. So to answer your question, if I was just starting on YouTube, I'm not going to on YouTube and I was getting money. I just got monetized. I would go, if you at least got 1,000 people that like you, if you got monetized and you're getting ads, I would go medium. And then as you increase your audience and more people like you, test out high. Don't go over there and go crazy now. If you go to high and everybody start leaving, either one or two things is happening. Either they really don't like you as much as you thought they did, or maybe you're not talking about anything that's keeping them engaged. Because if people are engaged, they can't wait to click that skip button. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but the tube is taking it back a little bit. They're doing more non-skippable ads in the beginning. It used to be you click. Now I love it. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I wish they did it a long time ago, because for a while, as soon as that first ad came on and played so many seconds, you could skip. How many of y'all been paying attention? That first ad come on, it ain't long, but it's got to go all the way across your phone or your screen, and then the second ad gonna come up where you can skip. Well, that's good for us, because that means at least we got paid off one. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So coming on back. So that's now food and alcohol. $2 to $8 per 1,000. Now we already talked about that. So Rich had a question. Kids asking what she missed. Do you recommend turning up the ad frequency for lives or just keeping on medium? I said it depends on whether people like you or low. I definitely wouldn't do low. Rich said, okay, true, because he heard what I was saying. What up, Dr. Cowboy in the building? My main man. Key, you haven't missed much, and I'm going to probably do a quick summary when I finish this. Good evening, my friend. What up, Dr. Cowboy? So, man, the base is really a lot of this, man. Let's think about it. How many people, if you go to a place, you frequent a place, and how many people shop from people they don't like? How many people watch people they don't like? I really won't even watch a football game if I don't like the teams. I don't like football that much. I got at least like one out of two teams. And I'm a football fan. I'm not really a team guy. So moving right along, mukbang. Man, Dr. Cowboy came here right on time. Hopefully he's still here. Generally have a RPM ranging from $2 to $7 per 1,000 views. I didn't put it on here because I got tired of typing it over and over. Keep in mind, the longer people stay, your retention, the more they're engaging in your comments. And if you ever go to Dr. Cowboy and MRTV, let me say it the proper way, MRTV and Cowboys Live, the engage, I don't even know how they keep up with it. And it's two of them. You're talking 72. I've seen, I think, 150, almost 200 people in their lives. And everybody's commenting. I guarantee you, here's a guideline. I guarantee you they're exceeding $7 per 1,000 views. So this is just a baseline. I don't want nobody to say, oh my God, this is no money. Everything has to have a strategy. I was going to do something today, and I'm going to say it right now. I should have said it earlier while we had a few more people in here. But I learned something today, and I'm gonna go from a strategy. This is the YouTube journey. So y'all gonna learn probably some stuff I didn't want y'all to learn, but oh well, we all homies now. We kicking it. So well, learn about me anyway. So I just found out if you got memberships, because I ain't really been messing with my memberships, that I can gift 10 memberships per month. And I was gonna gift 10 today, but I made some changes. I actually, can y'all believe I reduced the price? And it's going to be 2 memberships on this channel because I'm going to give 5 away, not tonight. And the only reason not tonight is because it hasn't taken effect. On the classroom, which is Tuesday, 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, with my co-host, Keisha from Just Asking for a Friend, your boy Rod. On that episode of the classroom, I don't know when, but I'm going to gift 5 memberships to this channel. And I can tell you, it's not going to be it's not going to be the basic one, because I have a basic one, then I have the ultimate. The ultimate, right now, the way I got it sitting on the basic, you'll be able to see the shorts and the videos I do. If you want the ultimate experience and go to the live streams where I can get absolutely off the chain, that's going to be in the highest one is like $4.99. I'm not trying to break the bank. I just want everybody to have a good little time. So I'm going to gift 5 of those on Tuesday, not at 7:05. That's when it starts. It's going to be sometime during the show. All right, so mukbang. So again, I just use Cowboy and MR TV as an example, man. It's engagement. So the key to a lot of this stuff is people liking you. And you don't have to be perfect for people to like you. You don't have to be dressed to the nines for people to like you. One thing you do have to be for people to like is yourself, because they can read right through a fake person, I'm telling you. All right, beauty and fashion. So people out there with the fashion and the beauty and all that good stuff, you have RPM from approximately $1.50 to $6 per 1,000 views. While beauty is a popular niche, its RPM is generally moderate due to broad audience appeal and less targeted advertising. Why? There's so many beauty products. There's so many clothes designers out there. They're all fighting. So fashion and beauty, you're going to get $1.50 to $6. Lifestyle vlogs, 50 cents to $3. I don't even know. I guess if you're looking good and you're just vlogging that you're walking around, your hair glowing, and you say, you know, your scarf blowing, you say it's Burberry, maybe that's what they're talking about. But beauty and fashion, but then it's other things you could do. While you getting a little beauty and fashion, you might have a couple of beauty advertisers throw it in one video, and then you go sit down at this luxury restaurant and talk about how you eat there all the time, and the chicken and waffles are good. Y'all thought I was going to say a ribeye or something. The chicken and waffles tasting good. Now you're doing a food review. So all this comes into play, man. Boy, I looked over there. I thought I just saw some walking across my house like a cat. So, all right. Lord, I didn't know I was going to be on pets. I wasn't trying. I mean, seriously, I thought I saw some pet videos. I have 3 bulldogs that I watch sometimes when I want to relax. It's Barkley the Bulldog. That's the name of the channel, man. And the mom, the human, she don't really do much talking, man. They just have their own little personality. But those videos range between $1 and $4 per 1,000 views. They have a lot of people in an engagement. I mean, the Bulldogs can't even read, man. But obviously, Tabitha, that's her name. Tabitha's sitting there reading the comment, but she's not reading everyone like most of us, every comment like most of us do. She'll go through the ones if they're asking a question. I mean, it's wild. It's considered entertainment focused, which generally attracts lower advertiser bids. But if you got a pet, I almost went and got one, but then I had to think about the big picture. I got to take it out when I'm asleep, and I got to hold it when I don't feel like messing with nobody. And then, you know, it looks sad. It was just too much. I said, no, I ain't doing it. So, but if you have a pet, especially if your pet is like a lot of pets these days, your best friend or a member of the family, man, they do all kind of funny stuff. But what about the ad revenue? And it had Amazon, but all the affiliate links, the food, the dog collars, the whistles, the bells, the man, shades. I think they probably got dog chairs that they can sit at the beach. I mean, the revenue is endless. We're talking about niches, but niches, I could have came on here and easily talked about niches, but I want people to think outside the box, outside of what's placed in front of you. Everybody that's got a channel somewhere gotta feel like if you have to. I want everybody to think about this. Notice that I said a lot of this is people liking you, but you'll hear so many people that say they're not in sales, but we sell ourselves every day with a smile, with a handshake, with a nice greeting, with a nice, respectful conversation. When you walk away, how many people probably say, that was a nice young woman, that was a nice young man, because you unintentionally sold yourself. It's the same thing when you get on YouTube, man. If you're like I was when I first started, scared, crapless, and sitting up there, yeah, my name is Rod, and I'm going to be talking about credit cards, and y'all can tell I probably just started YouTube, but I hope y'all don't laugh. That's how I was, man. But and the numbers as quick as they came in, is as quick as they went out, man. And it was frustrating. It was frustrating. What they say, cowboy? I want to hear this. Hear what they say. They have it all. Hey, me and I said facts, man. You know, we have. I mean, Cowboy and Warren Meat. Everybody that growing what I eat, what up? I didn't see you, man. Everybody that I've watched, everybody in this live stream, this content creators. He just did one other night where she was Grandma Key. Team Reach Travel. Hey, y'all, if I'm not speaking, man, it's not on purpose. I'm just trying to get through this long PowerPoint. I'm gonna shout it out, everybody. I watched a portion of one of my favorite portions of their Sunday Shenanigans live. Ray, I can't remember the formal name, but it's Ray when he's giving his motivational words for the upcoming week. He's not selling himself, but people are listening to him and people are in tune. It's not, you got to crack a bunch of jokes. But I'm going to tell you, why do you think we ain't even got there? It might be next. I'm going to show y'all one of those lowest, there it is. One of the lowest niches, $1 to $3 per 1,000 views, is pranks. Because everybody want to laugh all the time. Some people, contrary to belief in the world, want to learn some of the time. I love laughing. I love joking. I love having fun. But I love learning more because knowledge is power. Other than comedians, I don't know too many people telling jokes and paying bills. Other than comedians. I mean, I can't call AT&T and start laughing. Tell me, hey, check it out, player. I ain't got them $4, but hey, man, they don't want to hear that. They want to know where they get their money. So younger audiences under 18 are less valuable to advertisers because with this is my way of thinking. With younger audiences, the content is scaled back. You got a lot of things you can't do, a lot of things you can't say, obviously. But when you have long form, viral, high audience retention, and you're over the 18-year-old, this is all ads. Then you go get a shirt. Now, I don't know if y'all tell me if shirts played out yet, a YouTube shirt still jumping. I know they was jumping at one point when I had them, but Cowboys say, hey, they said that's one mean guy, but he tell the truth. That's another thing, man. You got to be authentic. I could easily say I got this, that, and the third, or I know this, that, and the third, or imagine this investing channel. That's the scariest channel that I have. Because if I do a video and I don't know my stuff, I'm going to get ate up. And if I do a point blank experience, real talk with Rod, I may hurt some feelings, but at the end of the day, when they click out of there, they think about it, they know damn well I was telling the truth. And a lot of it, 98, 99% of it, I've been through it. So I'm really talking about myself, just telling y'all my stories that really happened to me. Anyway, moving on here, man. Just Asking said it best. Younger audience can't spend any money either. That's a good point. They can't spend any money. They have to depend on mom and dad. There you go, man. So hopefully this is making sense to someone, at least a couple people. Now, this is another one. I almost forgot about this one. Legal and court drama. I couldn't believe this one. Man, I might start covering trials, but I couldn't because that would bore me. That's another thing, man. Do something you like. People will see, right? Because if I did this one, I wouldn't do too good because that's not my cup of tea. But legal court drama videos are highly popular with RPMs ranging between $9 and $50 per 1,000 views, making it one of the top niches. Don't get too happy about the 50. If you're doing legal or court content, it's $9 to $18. Man, you have to just tell them what happened. You watch the news and see that. Or legal advice and lawyer. Now, if you're giving advice, if you're licensed, you can't be up there telling me I'm up here telling me I'm a lawyer. I'm not. So I'm not going to be up here telling no lawyer advice. $15 to $50 per 1,000 views. Crime or documentaries, $6 to $10 plus with high engagement. A lot of this, man. So now hopefully maybe people that say it, for those that didn't know, and maybe not a lot of people, but for those that didn't know, why you hear people say, hit the like button because it's engagement. Subscribe to my channel. That's not really engagement. Viewer retention. How long are they there? Now, Rich left a comment in one of my Rich Black Man, and he probably don't even know I remember this. This guy right here. He left a comment in one of my YouTube Journey live streams. It was after he watched the replay. And he said, this is one person, but he said he may not sit there for a 5-minute intro song. So Rod said, well, even although this is one person, I'm getting ready to shorten my song because this one person could be the voice of many. There may be a lot of people thinking this, but he's the one person that chose to say it. So Rod pivoted. Now, the reason I did that because YouTube Journey is not 10 minutes. It's minimum 60 minutes. If I'm losing people at 5 minutes and I ain't said a word, let me see, 5 divided by 60, that's 12 times. That's about 8% of my 8% duration that they're watching, 8% of the video. I like mine to at least be 60. Average out to 60. It's not good. Everybody's not going to stay at 60. Some people stay from beginning to end. Some people leave. But I need the average. So that's just something else to think about. Let me see if we got anything else. Remember, your channel content can fall under more than one niche. You have several channels, probably most of the channels in here. He said, ain't no y'all, he said, ain't no lawyer, but yeah, they guilty. So you may have several channels that fall under different niches and not just one niche. And what I would do, I purposely didn't do this live stream so everybody can run around and scramble and try to connect the dots and make sure your channel have 58 niches or you go calculate what you think. No, just understand. Some people will say, wow, I don't understand why I have this video that had 300 views and it made $5, but I got this video that had 300 views and it made $55. They spent all this time trying to figure it out. And guess what? They changed thumbnails, they changed titles, they changed clothes, they go buy a new camera, they think the computer ain't working right, they mad at everybody in the house, and the whole time is they don't know what drives the numbers. You didn't have to buy no camera, no laptop, no new phone. You ain't had to go outside to see if the light was right and all that. All you had to understand was maybe that 300 view video that got you $5 wasn't a great video and people only stayed on there 2 or 3 minutes, where the other video that was 300 views, You was over here pop locking and doing like just asking and building a chicken coop, all while being like rich black man and playing a video game and kicking it with sipping with me tonight over there having you a cocktail. And after you left there, you felt so bad, you went and got with the nickels and got some motivation and inspiration. People gonna stay and watch that video, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a whole lot going on. But if Rod over here popping popcorn, talking about, hey, what y'all doing? Every time I do a what's up, everybody, or chop it up with Rod, or chop it up with PBT, or whatever else I decide to call them, I am rolling the dice. I am rolling the dice. And I'm about to pull up something that Rich got here. Every time I do that, because if I don't have now, I'm gonna tell y'all. The reason I say rolling dice, I come over there. I don't say it too much now. I try not to. Hey y'all, I ain't really got nothing to talk about, so I'm just here. The other night I said, hey man, I come to see what y'all doing because your boy bored. Hell, if they there with me, they probably bored too. And then I'm gonna find something to ask. So, hey man, what y'all do today? They don't want to say that. All right, y'all ain't do nothing today. I'm gonna come up with something: football, basketball, hockey. I don't even know what teams they got in hockey. I'll make up a team. Just something. But right here, Rich said, trust me, as a gamer, if I ain't playing that game right away after I go live, I may lose, folks. That's what I'm saying, man. I sometimes get away with it, especially on interviews. But if Rich is a gamer and he get ready to play baseball or football, and he got a 10-minute hip-hop song or R&B song or jazz or whatever, they didn't come there for a concert. They want to see this man see if he gonna play with the Cowboys or the Bears. I don't even know who Rich like. Or if he gonna play, I think the other day he was playing baseball with the Braves, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rich. He said, I love that reminder. And it's so true, man. So you have to do what works for you. But when you do it, you're going to do things and you don't know if it works for you if you're just starting off in this game. You have to find out. Okay, I like this. Do you think two people have more of a chance of being successful on YouTube than one? Or that's because they may not like one of them? Man, excuse me. I don't know if I want some coffee or some water, because this here is a great question. And y'all know, Rod, I got a great answer. Well, at least I think it's great. I don't know what y'all gonna think. I think two people are better than one. However come. Tanya from Event Yours called it synergy. And Rod, not being as intelligent as Tanya called it energy. She told me what synergy was, but I forgot, being that, But if you're one person, I'm very, very cautious who I work with, whether it's interviews, collaborations, series. I'm very cautious because I have made mistakes. And when I do an interview, I tell you one of the biggest mistakes I made, Cap. I'm going to tell you in a minute. But to answer this question, if there's two people, there has to be a connection. There has to be an energy. You have to know how to feed off one another. You could be on two opposite ends of the spectrum. One could be funny, one could be dry. But y'all got to know how to feed off each other. You have to have an energy. And a lot of it is nonverbal communication. I don't really practice and have not practiced with anybody that I've been a co-host with, including just asking for a friend. And she's only been on YouTube about 5 months. But we do go over bullet points. But we don't know what the other one's going to totally say. But there's an energy, there's a connection. Now, if you ain't got that, and you ain't found that, then one person is better, because I know me. And I'm going to do everything in my power not to mess me up. Now, have I done it in the past? Yeah, I've made mistakes on YouTube. I've fallen out of chairs. I've done all kind of stuff. But if it's two people, the worst thing you can have, if it's two people and the energy is not right, it's going to probably be a short live. And if you try to extend it, it's going to be a disaster. You can put that on everything. If You have two people and the energy is not right, it's probably going, especially if you try to make it longer, it's going to be a disaster. Now, I want to make sure I got all the two people more having a champion civil YouTube than one or less. So when it comes to my, like, let's just say when I do interviews, anybody that's thinking about interviews, I'm gonna tell you, you might want to do this. You think about this, Cowboy. This is going. I want to hear your take on this, Cowboy. And me and y'all have done several collabs. Anybody's done collabs in here? I want to. Anybody's done collab. I want to hear your input on this. If you have, you're doing an interview or a collab, and just because I see, I'm just gonna make up a name. Raymond. No, I don't like Raymond. What about Rudolph? I got this dude Rudolph, right? I've been checking him out, and Rudolph is the bomb, man. When I look at Rudolph, man, I love his content. He know what he's talking about. The information is on point. He's funny. He know when to be serious. And Rod can't wait to work with him. Rod get with Rudolph, and Rod got all his eggs in this basket. He don't know that Rudolph really don't work with a lot of people because he ain't paid attention to all that. But when Rudolph go to the playground, he don't play well with others. And Rod is in a pickle because this perception wasn't wrong. It just wasn't clear. What I looked at, this perception was this person working by himself, which was Rudolph. And now Rudolph is working with Rod, and we're not gelling, we're not meshing. Because on the other hand, Rod worked by himself. Now you got two people that, and then what you gonna have? People talking over each other, everybody trying to prove they're the baddest of the bad, know the most, they the best, they're the funniest, they're the not funniest. And boy, you got almost a disaster on your hands. So just because you see an individual and they rocking and rolling alone, don't automatically assume that when you connect, you got to almost have a surefire guarantee that if they can't pull it off, you can pull it off. And 9 times out of 10, one person ain't gonna pull it off. Why do y'all think when I'm sharing the screen with Just Asking for a Friend or Tanya, I always say, and I used to say it a lot, just me, but the viewers make the live stream. The comments make the live stream. And I used to say it by myself. Would there be a Rod without PBT? Yes, because Rod makes PBT. But would there be a PBT without the people? Hell no. Because what? I'm have one viewer and one subscriber? Me? I mean, so let me jump in here. I think that this might be, that was the last one. Let me bring me on the screen here. But that question right there, please just know if you, now I'll tell you, I like to watch married couples when they work together, because you see the energy, you feel the energy. And I like MRTV and Cowboy, man, they are hilarious. I had the pleasure to interview them. I watched the replay not long ago, man. I was laughing 3 years later. I was at the interview, but I rarely watch my replays. But I'd be so not, like when I interview them, man, I really have to pick and choose these questions because, and now this, I'm telling you, when I interview, because some people may be thinking about, you may think a collaboration is almost like an interview when you're working with someone. But I have to, when I'm working with and this didn't happen with MR and Cowboy, but sometimes there may be questions I want to know, and I think the people may want to know, but I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. Now, if they bring it up, it's fair game, man. If they bring it up, I'm like a tiger. I'm gonna pounce on it. Maybe not, but more than likely I will. So hopefully that answers Cowboy's question, man. Again, and matter of fact, you know what? I'm so curious to see how this works. I'm gonna see if this membership change, I might just give it. Now, if it didn't change, I can't give away memberships. You got to come back Tuesday. It will be on Point Blank Experience, the classroom, the series with Just Asking. That's another thing I want to talk about before I do that. Let me bring me up here to talk about this one. 7:05 p.m. Central. the classroom, the series, new episode this Tuesday. I'm going to give away 5 memberships. I'm going to check and see if it's any to give away at night. I put me up here big because I wanted to say that, and I wanted to see if anybody caught how I just said. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to be fair about this. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to see if anybody catch how I'm saying this. And this ain't no scholastic test or anything, but Tuesday night, 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to give away 5 memberships to Point Blank Experience. The ultimate experience. That's the name of the membership. The highest one I have, $4.99 a month. It's going to be on the upcoming episode of the new series, The Classroom, with my co-host, Just Asking for a Friend. Now, can anybody tell me how I just said that? I want to see if anybody caught how I said it. Cowboy just said, and I ain't gonna waste a lot of time. I don't want to waste your time, and I'm gonna tell you regardless. But if anybody want to take a stab at how I just said that, hey, thank you, man. That means a lot. The classroom is lit. Love to come sit. All right, that's a great idea for one reason. You said you don't want to miss this. Yep. I said all those things, but what I'm starting to practice, and I'm really talking to all content creators, new, been here a while, think you know everything, don't know nothing, it doesn't matter. I'm starting to say things when it comes to YouTube totally different than I used to. And Anwar and Meat and Cowboy and some of the people that's been around for a while, we used to say YouTubers. Then people stopped saying, they start saying content creators. YouTuber didn't sound as cool as content creator. Well, I, being a businessman and an investor and all that, episodes, if I have a network, in Rod's world, I have this whole big old network, but in reality, it's only going to be as big as Rod believe it is. So I have a network with more than the 3 channels y'all see. I'm actually collaborated on 2 channels that I haven't even done anything on in a while. I guess part owner or whatever you want to call it. But I'm starting to look at everything bigger than just YouTube. So what I said, I'm going to give away 5 memberships, 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be on the new episode. I didn't say on no live stream. I said a new episode. Sound like a TV show, right? On the upcoming series, The Classroom. Now, a lot of what we do in life is mindset, ladies and gentlemen. It's mindset. When I'm talking to somebody, I don't want to have to pump up my show or my channel. I'm not going to say I'm a YouTube. Hey, I'm a content creator. Hey, do me a favor. What you doing Tuesday at 7 o'clock? Hey, do me a favor, man. Go on YouTube, because if you ain't paying attention, they just showed the verses on YouTube. They showed the damn Super Bowl on YouTube for free. They're showing TV shows on YouTube. Why can't your channel, your show, be a show where they're showing other shows? Hopefully somebody's hearing what I'm saying. So when I'm out and about, and people say, what are you doing? Oh, man, I'm just a YouTuber. They may or may not take me serious. They may think I'm pranking or something. But hey, man, I have a social media network. Y'all hear you hear how I'm saying? I ain't making up nothing. I do have a social media network. Hey, do me a favor, man. I have on one of my channels, I have this new series I just started called The Classroom. I have this wonderful co-host. She's funny, man. She know how to build stuff, dude. You ain't gonna believe the stuff she's building. And our next episode is gonna be Tuesday at 7:05. Really? How do I get that? This QR code right here that's on my phone. Do y'all see the difference? Do y'all see the difference in how we as a people can move? We already have a gift of gab. We already know how to sell stuff that ain't even meant to be sold. All we have to do is start using this knowledge and formulating a conversation. Did I just make anything up? Look right there. Me and I said, good game. OG talk. I ain't just make up nothing. And guess what? I got a couple people this Tuesday supposed to be checking out the new episode of The Classroom. I mean, I'm going to give away some free membership. You just got to be there. I don't know what 5 people going to get it. But guess what I'm going to do? Every month. And then you're here to hear right now, every month, I'm going to give away 10 memberships. Well, really not me, YouTube here, but see how I just did it? I'm giving them away. And what? Me. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, this is a true story. Back in the day, I had this dude approach me, and I thought it was the biggest joke, and I almost told him to go to you know where. He said, hey, man, we want to collaborate with you. I think that's the word they use. And we're going to give you 35 cents if people click on this link. I was like, man, you must be crazy. It'll take me, I don't know how long. 35 cents, I ain't doing that. That's all right, whatever. I ain't got nothing to lose. Go back and look at the older PBT videos. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't even know if the company still exists. But the way I worded it, I didn't say go and click on this referral. No. Where was it located? It was on my channel, in my description. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Check out my link down in the description for XYZ company. Just check it out. Now, in order for them to check it out, they had to click it. Once they click it, I ain't care if they bought nothing, because that wasn't part of the agreement that I had with the people. All I had to do was get them to click on it. Man, y'all, we are well-oiled machines. We just have to start up the car every once in a while, man. Say that again, Rich. Ooh. I got it. I was looking at Cowboy. Your channel should be someone's favorite and they can't wait to tune into it. Yeah, man. How many people used to race home to see Power and Sanford and Son, depending on how old you are, or whatever else, the Housewives or wherever. I mean, people was damn near wrecking their cars. Why can't they rush to get home to see you? I'm going to tell y'all real talk. How many times, and me that I can tell you, I done did it with Cowboy. I done did it with Team Reach Travel. I done did it with the Griffins. How many times have I been in the car and said, man, hey, I'll type in the car directly. Hey, me and I, man, I'm checking y'all out. I'm in the car and I'm on my way home, man. I can't type much. But now you know what that's becoming? That's becoming a damn excuse to say I'm in the bushes. Y'all, I ain't scared to say it. I say it all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. The days just happen to be Sunday. So let me say it again. People used to really mean it when they say they was rushing home to see you, or they out and about, they driving and listening. Now that's code word for I'm really at the crib. I don't feel like speaking to all y'all people, so I'm in the bushes. If y'all think if anybody think, don't even put no number in the chat. Don't even put nothing in the chat. Just keep it to yourself, because I don't want no, that bunch of ones I got to get through. All right, so just asking, said 100 Rich. So Dr. Cowboy said, give a membership away to your own channel. Build your own channel up while give another channel. You don't see Pepsi giving away Coke now. That may have missed some people, but just ponder on it. So give a membership away to your own channel to build up your own channel. Boy, I guess great minds think alike. Do y'all know I am a member? And I ain't never talked about Cowboy a day in my life. I'm a member to every one of my channels. Granted, I might be the lowest level, but I'm a member because I want to see what the members see. When I send something out to the members, I want to get the same notification so I see exactly what they see. I don't care that it costs me $4 a month and I only get 70% of it back. I am moving because if I'm going to provide a customer service, and I said at the end of 25, this is all about the viewer experience, then I got to make sure my viewers are getting the right experience. How the best way to know? I ain't going to run around and ask them, because I found out a long time ago, you can have the best service in the world. People are going to find something wrong with it. I'm just going to become a customer myself. I'll be a customer of Rod. Rod is a customer of Rod. I am a member of every one of my channels so I can see what the people see. If I got to give the people what they want, I got to see what they see. How am I know what they want? What if I don't like what I'm seeing when I get something from the membership? I'm a member of my Patreon groups. I'm a member of everything I have. So when I say members only is a private party, I got to pay my own way to get in my own party. Wow, man, I just seen, oh, Lord, we got a new member. Hey, man, meet it out. Hey, y'all, this is my second channel member. I'm giving away 5. Hey, y'all, don't. I might do something just for GP. I don't know. But Tuesday, starting Wednesday after maybe even Tuesday, there will be some members only content. And to be on the lives, you're going to have to be the $4.99, the $2.99. And sometimes I'm going to open up $2.99. Maybe if it's my birthday or I don't know, whatever the day is, March 29th, I might just make it for everybody. I don't know. But all I'm saying right now, man, is content creators, just like anything else, man, we got to think outside of the box. Are you hungry? If you're hungry, hey, I'm putting the food on the plate. Are you going to grab a plate and eat? That's all I'm asking. I'm putting the information out there. 3 days. And y'all had an opportunity to really get it in an hour. And this extra 30 minutes, I'm just throwing whatever the gravy on top of the dressing, the cherry on top of the ice cream. Become a master of your craft. Anything I was told a long time ago by several educators that just happen to stand on the street corners. Hopefully they didn't go over nobody's head. Whatever you do, at least know what you're doing. I didn't say be the best at it. Try and at least know what you're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. With that being said, man, this is the last call for comments. We've been on here an hour and 28 minutes. Last call for comments. Meet and I thank y'all so much for becoming channel members, and gonna do I got some stuff coming up, man. Oh, okay. I'm looking at a couple colors here, man. What that mean? Meet and I, y'all. Oh man, okay. Thank y'all. Y'all. And I didn't do this. Thank you, just asking for a friend, my co-host, for becoming a member. I didn't do this for people to become a member. I just really want to show people YouTube journey. Again, like I started this live stream. The Meet and Eyes, the Dr. Cowboys, the Team Reach Travels, and Keeping Up with the Griffins. Keeping Up with the Griffins kind of came in at the right time, but we didn't have a lot of people that we could go to and get help. We had to figure it out. Trial and error. Oh man, you know what? Hey man, you know what? And I haven't had that new. Do I have a new channel member? Let me see, man. I might have some. I doubt it because that was on my other software, not my other computer. Let me see, man, what I got over here. Y'all want me to say you're a new channel member, so I can't sing worth a damn. But nah. Hey, okay, I got to put that on my list. I got to get me a new channel member. So, hey, Anwar, I got that one y'all did for me, man. Actually, that was super chat. But they hit me up on that. We had no, hey, say it again. We had nobody, man. We had nobody telling us this stuff. We had to figure it out. On the fly, trial and error. During a live stream. Computers going out, lights going out. I remember had a live schedule. I had to leave my crib because the power went out and go to the hotel up on the highway and resume the live. I ain't know nothing about no hot spots and all that, man. I hot spotted and skipped and jumped over to the next spot. Evolving L, thank you for being here. Great building information as always. Truly enjoyed this PBE. Thank you for being here. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here. It is Sunday night. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with your boy. And more importantly, this time, you're also here for yourselves. A lot of times you come on here and I appreciate all the love, all the support. And whether it's just asking for a friend of myself or Tanya myself, we're typically putting out information and putting on the show. But tonight, it wasn't about a show. It was about a show, but it was to show people that there are opportunities out there. There's opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, there's going to be even more opportunities because spring 2026, I am relaunching Point Blank Travel. The plan was April and still maybe April, but I want to finish what I'm doing here. And I got one of the biggest challenges with this channel. I I made a goal of April 30th to have 4,000 watch hours, which means from now to April 30th, I got to knock out about 1,200. And I looked at it the other day, man. I have monetized this channel twice in watch hours, but due to lifing, I lost hours, went to the hospital, this, that, and the third. But that's an excuse. Still standing, I'm still strong. So, hey, why not do it a third time? We're going to do it again. But anyway, with that being said, thank you, Nichols. This was great. Thanks for sharing this video with us. Hey, no problem, man. We get ready to raise up. Hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous week. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, more fire, more knowledge. Again, tap in this Tuesday, 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, the classroom. It's going to be, you think about what we were talking about episodes. I know what episode we're on. Hey, just ask. I ain't going to put her on the spot. She going to kill me, man. I don't even know what. I think we're on episode 6 or 7. I know we're in season 1 of the series. I do know that. But 7:05, gifting 5 memberships. But more importantly, that we're going to give y'all something to think about. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll probably be dropping the topic and the link tomorrow. So y'all can set your notifications or at least know if it's something you're interested in. And yeah, just actually said, sure. Hey, y'all, we the co-hosts. We just like putting out the information and having a good time with y'all, man. We don't even know what episode we are. We just doing it. Thanks so much. With that being said, man, I will be coming to you soon, dropping more heat, more fire, more knowledge. If you want to get your investment on, check out Investment with Rob, one of my other channels. If you want to learn how to travel for little or no money out of your pocket, there are about 800 videos on Points Money Travel. I will be relaunching that probably April or May. And here it's always an experience, baby. You never know. We could be talking about YouTube journey. We could be in the classroom, live and direct with Tanya from Event Yours and myself, or Real Talk with Rob. But either way, I got y'all, man. And until the next time, what up, Lacassi? I saw you just come in this thing. As always, shoot for the moon. If y'all don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I guarantee you. Tonight, we have, as I end some of my lives, we have witnessed greatness, not in the form of Rob, but in the form of everybody that was in here commenting, everybody that was in the bushes, the subscribers, the new channel members, Meet and I, just asking for a friend. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got me so shook up. I don't even know what I'm looking for right now. But y'all know how we do it. Got to roll. I'll see y'all later. Much love. Peace, y'all.